Welcome friends to my Sunday reset routine. Thank you for joining me. This is my typical Sunday routine, getting ready for the week, and it starts with some sourdough making. I love to make a loaf that our family can use for breakfast or snack, just whenever we need to access it. While that sourdough is resting, I'm going to get out every single ingredient that I'm going to need in order to prep my entire week's worth of dinners. This is a program called 5 Dinners 1 Hour, and it has been a game changer as a full-time working mum of 4 kids. Before we start prepping though, it's our first stretch and fold for our sourdough. I'll be doing this intermittently as I am getting those dinners ready. In order to smash out these 5 dinners in an hour, I am getting my highlighter out and highlighting all of the important information, such as which ingredients I need to be doing for each step and how I am storing it. So some of these dinners are going to be stored in Ziploc bags, while there is one dinner tonight that is going to be stored in a Pyrex container. Now this little device I had seen all over TikTok and it is amazing. It's not a suction cup, which is what I thought I was buying into, but it's a stand to hold up your Ziploc bags while you are meal prepping whatever sort of dish is going into that Ziploc bag. First dish I am preparing is a chicken parmigiana sub that is going to go into the slow cooker tomorrow night. This next dish I am so excited to try out, and it is a meatloaf that you once again do in the slow cooker. I had to measure the diameter of my slow cooker and try and find a alfoil container that can go in it. And while I was making this, I noticed how much mince I had because it serves the 6 of us, and this container just isn't big enough for it. So I am definitely going to have to do some problem solving when it's cook day. As you can see, it's just that little bit too big and I can't close the lid, and there's no way that I'm getting that sauce on top. But now I'm just going to get the veggies ready. This is going to cook around the outside of the meatloaf. And the one important rule about this program is you need to follow the use by dates on your protein. So you will see that I'm writing down whenever I need to use the protein by and adjusting my week accordingly. Another reason why this program works so well for our family is we have 2 nights a week that we don't get back in time to be fluffing around with dinner in the midst of our nighttime routines, and being able to select dinners that are slow cooker dishes that the kids love to eat really is a sanity in getting food on the table at a decent time. So last night's dinner was that meatloaf that I showed you, and this is a beef stew that we will be serving with rice. So these ones are the ones that I'm going to go with this week for our late night dinners. Being an American program, there have been a couple of recipes that have been interesting to try out, and this is going to be one of them. It is a chicken ranch burger, and I am getting the meat patties ready to go. In our household, we are lactose free. So cheese, you can see, is lactose free, and finding ranch sauce really did surprise me because I didn't think we had it available here in Australia. But I'm just getting these meat patties ready, and I'm using baking paper in between each layer, and hopefully these won't take too long. It's scheduled for a night where I can get home at a decent enough time to be cooking burgers that doesn't eat too much into the nighttime routine. The final dinner that we are prepping is a sheet pan dinner. I don't know if this one is going to be a hit with the kids, but it is something that is easy. We're going to do pork and veggies, so we're making everything bite size for a toddler. We've got some capsicum, some zucchini and pork. Now I'm getting the marinade ready. We've got some balsamic vinegar, lime, garlic, rosemary, and we're just going to shake it all together and get all the air out of that Ziploc bag before storing it in the fridge. As I'm making these dinners, it's really important to be cleaning as you go. As you saw at the start, you had a lot of ingredients that you were working through, and there is nothing better than a clean workspace. And within the hour, here are my 5 dinners that I'll be serving the family. I'm just going to put some extra alfoil on this meatloaf, and then I'm going to put it all in the fridge, ready to access on those extremely busy school and work nights. The time has come to do another sourdough stretch and fold. This will be the final one that I do for this loaf before letting it sit to do the bulk rise. It's feeling really good, and I'm very hopeful that this loaf is going to turn out amazing. The time has come where I've needed to start prepping dinner for tonight, and looking at the recipe, I don't think this dinner is going to work for our family. For some reason, I picked fish and Brussels sprouts. I don't know what I was thinking. This previous week, I have been sick with the flu, and I've just been so out of it, but we're going to stick to it and make the most of the situation. So I'm just preparing it like a sheet pan dinner. I've got some apple, some Brussels sprouts, and some bacon, and I'm going to make a balsamic mustard glaze that goes over the top. I've used this previously with chicken, and I was just hopeful that it was going to work with the fish. Going to put it all in the oven and hope for the best. This board is really the backbone to our family. It has a monthly overview as well as a weekly overview and an area to put things that we need to do for the day or even for the week. So I'm just going to be rubbing off the previous week, and I'm going to write everything down that we have as a family of 6. Thankfully, this week it looks like things are settling down a little bit. A major event for us is our infant athletics carnival. This will be the first carnival that Zoe is participating in, which is really exciting. Like I said at the start, with our slow cooker dinners, Tuesday and Wednesday at night are our nights where the kids have extracurricular activities. That means we are getting home late from them, which is the reason why I need to have those slow cooker dinners. And then Friday, the girls have tennis. The last major task before winding down for my Sunday evening is getting the kids' lunchboxes ready for tomorrow. I have the same categories in the way that I prep their lunchboxes. The first of which is they get a yogurt squeezy pouch on the bottom layer. I loosen the lid, that way they don't have to go ask a teacher at school. Then the bottom quarter I put in a treat. Today we've got some smoosh balls, and then I'm just going to grab some bluey biscuits to throw in there as well, so a healthy and a sometimes treat. On top of this layer, I am going to grab some pre-made sourdough sandwiches, and tomorrow the girls will be having a nut-free peanut butter sandwich. And then the last two compartments I swap and change day to day. I'm going to be putting their fruit in the larger compartment for tomorrow. We've been suffering from sickness, so I'm going to put some orange in for vitamin C and a little bit of apple. And then in their little container, the kids' school does brain break, or like munch and crunch. So tomorrow I am going to do some veggies. I'm going to use my crinkle cutter and get some little cute carrot crisps sort of situation here. And then we're going to add a little cherry tomato. I cut these into quarters. And then finally I am going to put some beans in there as well. Final step is to put these in the fridge and start to wind down. So if you've liked today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing because this parenting gig doesn't come with a rule book. We only have each other. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!